Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now, your host, Tori Johnson.
Welcome to the season finale of Sooner Sports Pad. If you're a regular viewer of the show, things are going to look a little bit different, but hey, last one, best one. And I'm joined here with my fellow seniors, Josh Calloway and Lauren Linville. Who else do we have in the audience with us?
Yeah, we have a ton of excited fans, Sooner fans, Gaylord students. They're all super excited for our last show, right, Josh?
Yeah, yep, definitely. We also have some Owasso High School seniors back there. Owasso class of 2015. Go Rams right there.
Did you go
there? It's going to be
there?
a fun show. It's our last show, our R3's final show ever. It's going to be fun. We're celebrating the women's gymnastics national title today.
Yes.
It's going to be fun and exciting. Later on in the show, Lauren and I will give our spring semester MVPs. It's going to be fun.
Plus, we'll take a look back at Shiloh Seller's story of one Sooner gymnast who stuck the landing and earned a name for herself.
Well, for the second time in 3 years, the fourth time overall, the OU women's gymnastics team stuck the landing and won the national title. Over the weekend, the team traveled to Fort Worth to compete in the NCAA finals. OU took a lead in the first rotation on bars and never looked back. The team recorded 3 straight scores of 4.96 or better on beam, floor, vault to seal the deal. The team locked in an undefeated season, a Big 12 championship, and iced it with a natty. Now, Lauren's going to break down how they were able to come out on top in that national championship.
Yeah, well, the national crown finally returns to Oklahoma, but like she said, let's break this down. Their 198.3375 is the second highest total in NCAA history, but guess what? They also own the first highest total in history. 4 Sooners claimed or tied for highest individual score in their respective events. Brenna Dowell scored a 9.9875 to take vault. Maggie Nichols took beam. Nichols and Troutman tied with 3 other gymnasts on floor. And then Nichols went ahead and tied LSU Sarah Finnegan for all around with a 39.7625. Like Tori said, they won in dominating fashion with team event totals beating out Denver, LSU, and UCLA in all but one event. But the best part of this win was that they dedicated their entire season to their trainer's late husband, and they pick a song for every single meet to represent that meet. They picked one by Bruno Mars for this national championship, and it turned out to be his favorite song. So it was a very special moment for them, a great win and a special time.
Yeah, really cool to see them win after the way last year ended, such heartbreaking fashion. Really good stuff.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately for the men's squad, came up a little short on Saturday. Second place, Stanford took home the national title. They had the lead going into the final event, but a few costly mistakes opened the door. Got to credit Stanford, they snuck in and got the win. But we got to give a lot of credit, even though it's not how they wanted. This OU men's gymnastics run, the greatest run in the history of OU sports. It'll never be duplicated. 121 straight wins, 4 straight national titles, undefeated this entire year. Yul Moldauer, he's one of the greatest athletes this school has ever seen any sport. Levi Anderson, Geiki Suzuki put them up there too. Great run. You know Coach Williams is going to have them ready next year. They'll be back.
Jim, you will live
They'll
on.
be back.
Yeah, like you said, great run, 3 national championships for the men, and now another national championship for the women. But from those national champions to another for a mad minute, Madeline Roberts got to catch up with OU golf star Brad Dahlke. Let's take a look.
Hi, welcome to Madeline's Minute. I'm Madeline Roberts here with OU men's golfer Brad Dahlke. Brad, how's it going?
I'm great. I'm doing good.
All right, let's get started. You guys have Big 12 championships coming up. What are you guys doing to prepare for that?
We're just trying to get in postseason form. You know, we've done a good job of it the last couple of years, and we're working hard and trying to push everyone to get playing good. So we're excited.
All right, then after that, obviously you have regionals and the NCAA championship. You're a senior, so how important is it for you to go out on a high note with your career at OU?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some awesome highs here at OU with the national championship, and last year we played well freshman year too, and I think we're all just excited. And, me and Blaine, it's our last go around, and we're trying to end on a good note and leave our legacy here.
Who was your favorite golfer growing up, or someone you really looked up to a lot?
Tiger Woods was definitely the one who I looked up to. So this last week at the Masters was pretty awesome to see for me. But he's a guy that he just dominated, and he was always so fun to watch.
Seeing him win that Masters after so long and persevering through so much, how does that inspire you in your career?
Oh, I mean, it just shows that anything's possible, and that if you're going through rough times, you just got to keep pushing, keep working hard, and hopefully you can get out of it. So it's just something I think we can all look up to, and in life and everything that happens.
All right, well, that's a minute. Thank you so much.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Two other teams that had stellar weekends were the baseball and softball teams. Lauren, can you tell us how the softball team dominated their series this weekend?
Yeah, for one last time, everybody get out your brooms.
Yeah.
Another weekend, another sweep for these ladies, moving their streak to 31 straight games. But this time was even sweeter because they beat rival and number 10, Texas. Game 1, Giselle Juarez struck out 10 batters and only allowed 1 run in the 3-1 win. Seniors Cindy Romero and Kylie Lundberg both drove in runs, while Fale of You and Jocelyn Allo each tacked on a couple hits. Game 2 was a close one, with the Sooners barely taking it 4-3. Mariah Lopez and Juarez combined for 7 strikeouts, while the ladies combined for 8 hits and 2 RBI. But it all ended in dominating fashion, with OU winning Game 3 9-2. Green and Allo both had homers, which gave the Sooners their first 5 runs, and this time the team combined for 10 hits and 9 RBI. Next, the number 1 Sooners continue on the road to face Wichita State on Wednesday, and then they'll head to Iowa State this weekend. So,
Definitely,
I mean, continuing that dominating, I don't think we're going to see that slowing down.
31 straight wins, 41-2 now on the season. Absolutely ridiculous. Sticking on the diamond, baseball team, kind of had a good year, but been scuffing a little bit as of late, but they got a really nice series win up north in Minnesota. They took on the Golden Gophers, took 2 out of 3 from the Big Ten squad. Game 1 Friday night didn't go their way. They dropped out, but they came back on Saturday, took down Minnesota in a pitcher's duel 2-1. Tyler Hardman knocked in both of OU's runs in that one. Nathan Wild was dealing on the mound, 6 in the third, just 1 run and 3 hits. Sunday in the rubber match, it was all business. They fell down 2-0 early, but Brady Harlan, his first career home run was a big one, a 3-run shot to give them the lead. Didn't look back from there. Got the win. Levi Prater was good once again. Jason Rufford out of the bullpen has been rock solid. 10 saves for him this year. They've been rolling really good. 27-14 on the year. Wichita State on Tuesday, and then Kansas State and former OU coach Pete Hughes next weekend. Good stuff.
Well, up next, we'll take a look at some of our favorite sports pad moments with some Sooners. And in honor of the national title that the women just won, we'll take a look back at one of their superstar seniors. Stay with us. Welcome back. As we should all know by now, the OU women's gymnastics team picked up another national title over the weekend. But earlier this semester, sports pad Shiloh Sellers showed us how senior Brenna Dow overcame adversity to own her own move. Let's take a look.
As we all know, making your dreams come true is never an easy feat. But as the old saying goes, if you don't succeed the first time, try again. As a young gymnast, Brenna Dow trained under the great Al Fong, who taught Dow both technique and how to push the boundaries.
In my level 10 season, I think I was around like 12, I learned a double front, and after that it was just kind of like, what's next after that, because you don't just want to like stop.
It turned out the next step for Brenna was adding a double pike. The result? A skill never before competed in women's gymnastics.
I like go submit the skill to the code of points because it wasn't in there yet.
The double front double pike presented Brenna with an opportunity to get the skill named after her, an opportunity only few gymnasts ever receive.
And so one of my biggest goals throughout my elite career was to get it named after me. And in order to do that, you have to compete at Worlds or Olympics.
In 2013, Brenna got her first chance to make her dream come true by earning a spot on the USA gymnastics team. But due to a rule limiting number of competitors, a switch in the roster took away Brenna's chance to compete and to accomplish her goal. She then made a short detour to Norman, Oklahoma, before giving it one last shot.
And then I took a year off after my freshman year to pursue kind of making the world team was a big goal for me, and also to get the double pike named after me called the Dowel.
In that year off, Dow made the USA world team once again, competing on bars and floor. But during her qualifying round, the unthinkable happened. A technical glitch and miscommunication resulted in a rarity in the gymnastics world. No music.
I don't know if I was hearing things or what, but I thought I heard Marta or someone in the audience say, just go, just go. So I ran onto the floor because there were 5 seconds left. And I didn't want to get a 0.
Dal danced to the beat of claps resonating from the audience as she successfully finished her routine and landed her double front, double pike, now known as the dowel.
You know, every time Brenna goes out on the floor or any event, I know she's going to hit it because she's so mentally strong and also so physically strong. Her gymnastics is just so powerful and also graceful at the same time.
Despite the obstacles, Brenna powered her way to success, a moment she will never forget.
I've been doing that skill for so long, and it was just always my dream to have it be called the dowel. So then whenever I competed it and knew that I was going to have my name next to it in the code of points, it was just one of the most special things. It was awesome.
Brenna is in her senior year, and with only 2 months of gymnastics left, she says she's excited for her life after gymnastics. Next up, she plans to go to graduate school. Shiloh Sellers, Sooner Sports Pad.
Tonight is the annual Sooner Choice Awards, so all of the athletes are there, and they couldn't join us on set tonight, but we wanted to take a look back at our favorite moments in interviews with the Sooners who have been able to be on the show with us.
Having this man, it's just, as long as I got him, you know, we good. That's sweet.
You have to follow that up now.
That's crazy. But yeah, like you were saying, though, we compliment each other. It's great having him on the field with me, and he's like my other half.
Oh, man. It's a cute contest out here.
Hey.
If you could play any other sport besides golf, what would it be?
Track, because I've never been able to run.
Cater to the crowd.
How do you feel like the end of this season is going to differ from last season?
Oh, we're going to take it all the way.
What's your walk-up song going to be this season?
We were actually talking about this today. I can't reveal anything like that. It's too crucial information. What would be the other one? I need some. Give me some suggestions. Wait. Whoa! Hits don't lie. I do like Shakira. I love Shakira. I'll put it into account for sure.
Pretty simple question for you both. Is this the best offense in college football?
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, just like he said, you know, Coach Riley trying to make it a big deal to come out here and, you know, play ball on Saturday for the spring game. So, you know me, I love playing ball, so I'm looking forward to getting out here.
Time for another break, but when we come back, it'll be time for our analysts to face off. You won't want to miss it.
Thanks to our cornerstone television partners, OU Medicine, Anheuser-Busch, OU Extended Campus, and our community partners, Landers Auto Group, Devon Energy, Coca-Cola, and OU Medicine.
It's time for these two to face off one last time. So you guys ready?
Yeah,
Let's go for it. One more.
Okay, here we go. So your first face-off question, who is your Sooner MVP of the semester? Go ahead, Lauren.
All right, well, Josh mentioned this guy a little bit earlier, but I'm going with Joel Moldauer. Despite what happened on Saturday night, he's a big reason why the Sooner team has made history like they have. He was awarded the Nissen Emery, given to the top senior male gymnast in the NCAA, basically the Heisman of gymnastics. He gathered 25 event titles just this spring, along with top scorers in the country for floor exercise, still rings, and parallel bars. He holds the most individual national titles in OU history with 7, and he's made the World Championships all-around finals the past 2 years and won his second Winter Cup all-around title just this February, a competitor on the U.S. senior men's national team for 4 straight years. He's had an incredible 4 years here at OU. Can't wait to see what he does in the future.
Like I said, one of the greatest athletes to ever play any sport here. For me, I'm going to go with somebody who really doesn't get enough shine for how talented she really is. I'm going to go with OU softball, Sydney Romero. Monster year. I mentioned earlier, they're 41-2. They're on their way to another title, and she's the reason why. She is dominating. Lauren, tell me if this is good. Cindy Romero leads the Big 12 in batting average, total hits, home runs, RBIs, total bases, and slugging percentage. She's second in runs scored, third in doubles, third in triples, and eighth in on-base percentage. She's absolutely crushing everybody. She was drafted third overall in the National Pro Fast Pitch League draft, no big deal. And like I said, the team's well on their way to winning another title, and she is leading the charge. Cindy Romero killing it for you softball.
That's a good option. Well, from one Sydney to another,
That's right.
Sydney in our audience has your question for you guys.
What is y'all's bold prediction for the NFL draft?
All right, good one. All right,
Sweet,
well,
finally.
my bold prediction is that the first wide receiver to be drafted will be a Sooner, the first quarterback to be drafted will be a Sooner,
I'm with ya.
and the first offensive lineman will be a Sooner. I'm saying Kyler, Hollywood, and Cody Ford will be the first of their respective positions to be drafted, and I don't care what some people say, Kyler's going first. He's a ridiculous athlete and the best quarterback in this class. If a team passes up Cody Ford, a.k.a. a Joe Ward Award winner and one of the best offensive linemen in the country, they've made a mistake. He's versatile, could play tackle or guard. And then Hollywood, well, his stats pretty much speak for themselves. Over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns on 75 catches just last season. It's a bold, but it's realistic. It could happen. And, you know, we've seen them play here, and it's time for them to prove that to the rest of the nation.
Yep, those two guys are beasts. We know that. I'm with you on Kyler Murray going #1 overall to the Cardinals. I think he's the best QB, he's the best player. Cardinals should make the right call and make him #1. But I think Cliff Kingsbury says, why stop there? I'm not going to take one Sooner. I'm going to take not 2, not even 3, not 4. He's going to take 5 Sooners in this draft. The Arizona Cardinals will become the Arizona Sooners. Here's how it happens. Here's the game plan. You take Kyler #1.
Okay.
Marquise is going to slip a little bit because people are overhyping DK Metcalf. So you take Marquise first pick of the second round. Cardinals had the worst O-line in the NFL last year. Well, guess who had a great O-line? OU. You take Drew Samia in the 4th. You take Bobby Evans in the 5th or the 6th. And then they need a kicker. You take my boy Seibert in the 6th or the 7th. You get 5 Sooners. You go to the Super Bowl. You win it. And we all celebrate and have fun. That's my call.
Interesting take, Josh.
The Arizona Sooners.
Okay, well, for the last time, wipe away the tears. Viral videos. Go ahead, Lauren.
All right, well, I don't know if you guys know who this Russell Westbrook guy is, but he's become really notorious for saying next question when a certain Oklahoma reporter asks him after a game. And last night that changed, kind of. Let's check it out.
You guys did a great job on Lillard in the first half. He didn't score until the last 75 seconds of the half. Were you pleased with the defense you played on him, and how did it change when he got going in the third quarter?
It's a good question. Not sure.
That's it. Not sure. Just whatever. We've moved on from next question.
It's kind of an answer. It's better than next question. So, you know, for me, fun viral videos, if you've been watching the show regularly, you know, recently I've done a lot of little kid videos that do something funny, and I figured it's the last show. Why stop now? Let's give another little kid. You know that scene in Lion King where Mufasa falls off the cliff and it's really sad?
Spoiler.
It's a traumatic moment in your childhood. Let's watch this little girl watch it.
Oh, yes, God.
That was me right there. That's a tough part of your childhood right there.
Okay, well, now it's time for our audience here to vote on who they think the winner is. Just cheer the loudest for who you think won. So if you think it was Lauren, go ahead.
I got the Owasso corner. That's loud.
Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, that was pretty good. All right.
I need you
Now,
also
if you
guys to
think
get up for
Josh
this. I'm
was
going to
the
need a
winner,
lot.
go ahead and cheer.
No, they missed. They didn't hear you. Yeah. They didn't hear her.
I think it's pretty obvious who won. Lauren takes the win for her last face-off. Be sure to stay with us. We have some
They didn't
special
hear
plans
her.
for you in our last segment. Don't go
They're
anywhere.
listening to me.
Welcome back. I don't know if you saw the difference there. That used to say dynamic duos. Now it says dynamic trio. It's the last one for all of us. And we thought we'd share this last block with you to show you guys our favorite memories from our time on the show. So Lauren's up first.
All right, so there's a student here at Gaylord. His name's Parker Thune, and he's got a photographic memory. So he can pretty much beat anybody at sports history. But that all changed when OU golfer Riley Casey came to town. So check this out.
Who shot a hole-in-one in the 2017 Masters? Was it A, Sergio Garcia, B, Justin Rose, C, Matt Kuchar, D, Ryan Moore? Parker, you go first.
I'm going to go D, Ryan Moore.
Okay.
Tripped him up.
Thinking about it.
You can see it.
The wheels are turning.
Matt Kuchar.
Okay, let's see. So the answer is...
Suspense.
Oh, man.
It's a good moment.
Yeah, great. Good to see
Good
Parker
moment.
lose. I was happy about that.
Josh or Parker?
For me, I love dynamic duos. It's one of my favorite parts of the show, even though I'm not really in it that much. Anyway, Matt Freeman and Miles Reynolds were on the show, and Miles Reynolds gave probably the funniest dynamic duos answer that anybody's ever given, and it was a crack up. Just watch this.
What is Matt's middle name? Is it A, John, B, Kyle, C, David, or D, he doesn't have one?
Well, he's from New Zealand, so I don't know if they do middle names out there. So, I'm going to do D.
D, let's see. I guess they do.
He was way off on that.
Yeah, I can't blame him. I mean, I don't know if they do have middle names
different
in other
world out there.
countries, right?
Yeah.
Who knows that? But my favorite moment was whenever we had 2 members from the women's basketball team on, and the guest in the audience was asking the question, and before he was like, "Can I ask her if she can dance?" And I was like, "Go for it." And this is what happened. Yeah, that's right. I'm here with Isaiah, and he has a quick question for you guys.
Maddie, I heard you was a dancer. Could you show us some dance moves?
Come on, pressure.
Come on.
Hit the whoa.
Oh, you killed that. Come on.
I'll spare you. I won't do it. But I think I can speak for all 3 of us when I say that it has been a big joy in my life and my college career to be a part of this show. And yeah, I'm going to miss it for sure.
Don't make me cry on TV.
It's been a blast. Sports Pad is one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do in my entire life. It's been a lot of fun. And thank you to everybody here coming. It's been awesome. It's been great.
It's been so fun.
Big thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Be sure to keep watching next semester too. Thank you.